Hi, welcome to Reading Appreciation, prepared by Cindy La Pena. Hi, my name is Cindy. I'm a teacher and tutor. I'm also an author and an editor. These are some of my books. I've written 2 novels and a series of books for teachers of English. I'm also an artist. These are some of my works. My studio is called Art and Words Studio and Gallery. I'd like to share this quotation from Dr. Seuss. Have you heard of him or read any of his books? In one of them, he said, "The more you read, the more things you know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go." This is something I really believe is true. If you're taking this course, it's either you like to read and you just want to get a little more out of reading. If you're not much of a reader, then you'll find out why reading is so important. First and foremost, we read for pleasure. We love to read because it gives us enjoyment. Another really important reason to read is to develop an appreciation of literature, writers, and writing. We experience reading different types of literature, we learn about different writers, and we also see different writing styles. The third important reason for reading is to gain knowledge. This is common among students and researchers, or just anybody who wants to gain information about things. So we learn information first about things we didn't know, then we also learn more about things we thought we knew about. We can also acquire knowledge that makes us good conversationalists, students, and writers. Then, because we're reading good writing, hopefully we acquire better grammar, spelling, and writing skills. It sort of rubs off on you. And finally, we get to expand our vocabularies. That's another thing that rubs off on you. The fourth thing that we get out of reading is better understanding. So, what are these things that we understand better? First, we understand life in general. We also understand specific topics. And then we can understand more about humans or people. So we find out what motivates people, what people do, and how people do things. And we get this from all kinds of reading. So you might ask yourself, what more do we get out of reading? Why should we read all these things? What use is reading after school or at work? Probably the most important thing that we get out of reading that's applicable to our lives later on are critical thinking skills. We figure out the background knowledge from what we read and we learn how to put that together when we write. We also see paragraph structure in different forms and we learn how to format our own paragraphs better. We read and we know that everything has logic and there's a reason there for why characters behave the way they do and why sentences are written the way they're written. And we bring that back, of course, to our daily lives. Then we learn anticipation and prediction. Reading teaches us how to expect things. We want to know what happens next. We also guess what happens next, and these things keep our minds active so that we can also learn how to guess and anticipate in real life. Finally, reading gives us organization. There is nothing disorganized about writing. So when we read good writing, it just rubs off and we acquire those skills that strengthen our writing. Now that we know that critical thinking skills are developed from reading as well as writing skills, you might ask, what will we read? Where do we get these ideas from? How do we develop these skills? So, we're going to read all sorts of literature, from short stories to biographies or autobiographies, to speeches, essays, novels, and poetry. Before we go on with our series, I'd like to leave you with a few fun facts. Fact 1: reading can make you a better conversationalist. Fact 2: neighbors will never complain that you're reading too loud. Fact 3: knowledge by osmosis has not yet been perfected, so you'd better read. Fact 4: books have stopped bullets. Reading might save your life. And fact 5: dinosaurs didn't read. Look what happened to them. I'm really excited about reading. I'm also very passionate about literature. That's why I mastered in it. So if you're ready to start this reading series with me, welcome to our reading series.